to the New in 30 Minute podcast. I'm Sadie, and I'm joined here today with some of our large group speech contestants. Can you introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm Reed, and I was the director for short film.
Hello, I am Josiah Denny, and I am in one act and ensemble acting.
I'm Lanaya, and I was in one act and musical theater.
Cool. So, what is speech?
Who wants to? I can answer it.
Not sure. Jonathan told me to do it.
Okay, so speech is just like it's these different like categories that you compete in, and it's not for any credit or anything. It's an extracurricular. It's kind of like when we do like our plays and our musicals at school. It's like that, but you take whatever you're doing and you take it to like a different school and you get judged by judges, and then there's like different levels. So there's district, state, and all state. So that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to add?
Nothing?
Not a thing.
Nope.
Okay. What is the difference between individual and large group?
So individual, it's by yourself. Large group, it's a bunch of people. It's more than one person.
I can't believe it.
I didn't write these questions, by the way.
Are you shocked?
I wrote them. Yeah, individuals it's by yourself. Some of the categories in individual are actually different than the ones in large group, though. Like, there's, like, different things.
I think they should put in individual mime instead of solo mime.
It's just called solo mime.
So why is it in group improv?
Because you can still... I actually don't know. I
It
can't.
doesn't make
I
any
really
sense
just
why
can't tell you. I
solo
don't know.
mime, which is one person,
I've
is
never
in group
personally
improv.
done solo mime in large groups, so I can't tell you what solo mime is.
Fair enough.
I'm still mad at Jonathan for not letting me do mime.
Put your mouth up there.
I'm still mad at Jonathan for not letting me do
Why would
mime.
you let him repeat it?
Why would you let him say that?
What are some of the categories?
Oh, I would be glad to answer you. So, there is musical theater, one act, group improv, group mime, solo mime, ensemble acting. Stop
keeps getting
making
better.
this ad lib, man. You're distracting me. And readers theater.
There's also radio, news, broadcasting,
that-
and choral reading.
That doesn't matter.
Oh. Why doesn't,
I actually
why
think
doesn't
that's it.
matter?
Oh, we didn't participate in it. That's
Yeah, we
that's
only
it.
we
So
only
just-
participated in a limited amount of categories.
No, we were supposed to participate in it, but we didn't.
In what?
The reading, like,
Readers
acting.
theater?
We did do the readers theater.
No, we didn't.
We did not do a readers theater.
Because
Grace.
That
we
was an
stopped.
ensemble acting.
was ensemble acting?
Yes.
Oh.
Anyways.
Well, we still didn't do it.
What are some of the categories that you have been involved in?
Okay. Freshman year, I was in one act and ensemble acting. And then sophomore year, I was in ensemble acting and musical theater. And then this year, I was in one act and musical theater.
Reed or Josiah?
I guess we're going in order. This is my first year because we didn't have this at my old school, and I did the short film, obviously, and then me and my good friend Josiah were Papa and Son, and Drugs Are Bad, the ensemble acting.
I've done this for 2 years, unlike this loser. And I've done group improv my freshman year. Oh, yeah. We don't talk about group improv freshman year. That was bad.
It was our first time ever doing, well, okay, we had a group improv my freshman year, but it was only 2 people. So it was technically our first time having like a real group improv.
We did make it to state, though, in that group improv.
They did.
Very narrowly, but we did make it to state. And then this year, I did ensemble acting with this idiot and in one act.
Refrain from that language, please.
Stop
Oh
insulting
my gosh.
him.
What's your next question?
How did you perform in speech this year?
Oh, I kind of forgot what I meant when I wrote that question, but now I get it. So we actually got to go to the school this year because last year we didn't get the chance to because of COVID.
I'd just like to say I did the best performance out of everybody. My short film got the best scores in state.
At the school, yes, not in total.
Anyways.
Of us.
Of us, yes. Short film did get the best rating at state. Whatever.
And he wrote it. Okay.
I wrote it.
And he
What
read it.
is different due to COVID?
We got to actually go to the school last year. What did we do last year? I think we just recorded. Yeah, we just recorded everything last year. So it was like we did it like our musical theater. We did When You're an Addams from the Addams Family because we were doing the Addams Family for our musical last year. So we just like Jonathan kind of just sat in the audience and set up a camera and we just did our thing and then he sent it in and then they would like let us know later on what our rating was. And that was what happened for individual last year too. So it was really nice to actually be able to go to the school this year for both districts and for state.
There were a lot more people wearing masks at the thing.
Yeah.
Which you don't normally
The
see.
thing. Yeah, okay.
There were a lot of people wearing masks.
You know what I mean by the thing.
By the thing.
Who coached speech this year and who will coach next year?
Jonathan coached this year. I'll coach next
Okay,
year.
refer to him as the name that other
Yeah.
people will know him as.
John Culver, also known as Mr. Culver, the choir director. He's gone. Next year we have no clue who's going to do it. I think.
You
I
specify
think
the way that he's gone because you just said
He's gone.
he's
dead.
no longer
He's
with us.
very
He's
dead.
gone. He's not coming back.
I'm kidding.
Your mother
Anyways.
heard this, young man.
Anyways, no, he put in his resignation. He left.
Yeah, he doesn't. So we actually don't know who's gonna do.
I think Tori
speech.
Kennel's going to take it over.
And Dayanos.
And yeah, Miss Dayanos was the new choir director.
Well, we know that they're taking over individual, but we don't know if they're also gonna do large group next year.
Well, why wouldn't
But I
they?
think Miss Dayanos will be doing
think-
large group.
yeah.
I know that for a fact because I think that she's like still learning that, and that's why she went to like districts and state with us.
Fun. What made you all want to do speech?
Who wants to start?
Jonathan specifically said, "Hey Reed, do speech," and I said, "Okay."
Cool.
Women.
Whoa!
No. They like
Call.
they like pushed me to be. They were like they walked up to me and be like, "Hey, you should be an ensemble
You
acting."
could have said that
And I'm
so
like-
much better.
No,
And-
we actually kind of did.
And then I'm like, okay. And then I also participated in one act.
I did speech because I did it last year and the year before, and I've always just kind of enjoyed it because it was.
Forgot your age.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just heard
I'm
We're-
I'm
yeah, we're both juniors
We're both
here.
juniors. So, yeah, freshman year it was really fun, and then sophomore year it was less fun because we had to record everything and we couldn't actually go. But then this year it was like pretty fun. I feel like we haven't even said what the names of our things were. Should we describe them?
Yes.
No.
Because I don't think I put that down as a question.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I definitely didn't.
Hey,
so we should.
Wait,
Ask the
hovering.
question.
She has
So
this.
just tell me like what you guys have done.
Okay, so this year I did musical theater. I did 6. I didn't even realize I was wearing the shirt until today, which Lainey's mom made. We did 6, which was like a medley of all the songs, well, except for one, from 6 the Musical, which is a recent musical that is on Broadway. So,
Fancy.
oh, and I also did one act called Twitch, which was just about these 2 people who were suspicious of their neighbors. And me and Josiah were the neighbors they were suspicious of. Josiah was an alien. I was also an alien.
But I was more of an alien.
Because he had a Twitch.
I did have a
Lanaya also did do the Twitch once, and it scares me every time.
I didn't do it. No, it's like an alien communication.
We
thing.
sounded like mice.
It was like.
Koi thought you guys were dolphins.
Dolphins.
They're taking over.
Oh, okay.
We just-
Joe
we just
Rogan, we're
morphed into
contacting you. The
dolphin
Dolphins are taking over.
The
Okay.
Dolphins are taking
What
over.
what is the name of what you guys
It
did
leads
this year?
into you.
Oh, yeah.
Twitch leads into you, so you should go.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So that's the segue.
You lead into me.
Oh my.
Can one of you just tell us?
Can
Yo.
somebody
please?
please? Can
All right,
somebody
I was
please?
also on Twitch, which she already described, and I was also in ensemble acting called Drugs Are Bad, which was those.
I'm taking over from here on. So I was also in Drugs Are Bad, which is a comedy where we're all depressed, okay? And so you know like the after school programs where it's like, hey kids, don't do drugs. Well, this is the opposite. They want you to do drugs.
It was funny.
Yeah,
It was really
the
funny and
parents wanted the kid
unexpected.
to do drugs and party and stay up late, but the kid was like, I want a life.
And
they're
Reed
like-
was the kid.
Yeah, and they're like,
And then what
Makes
else
sense.
were you in?
And then I was also the director of the short film that I wrote, and it was just a parody of Clue and how stupid it was.
Which was
I
actually
kinda thought it
also
was funny.
kind of funny.
Okay. Do you encourage others to do speech?
No.
Yes.
He's lying. He's trying to get a joke out.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Do as he does.
Okay.
Yes, I encourage others to do speech because I think it's a really good way to step out of your comfort zone. If you don't think that you'll be good at it, that's fine. Do something that you think will play to your strengths. And if you don't want to do it with a bunch of people, you can always do individual, which actually is probably worse, but still. It's just by yourself. And if you do better working by yourself and you're good at acting or something and you're afraid of it, just do it. It's not that bad.
So what I'm hearing is do group improv. Do group.
Don't do group improv. What
Group
I'm
improv
saying is
funny.
don't do
All
group
right,
improv.
Group improv is fun. If you do group speech, if you have anxiety, not working working by yourself, and if you do individual, if you don't trust anybody.
All right. Also, Josiah, can we get a Twitch out of you? Like, can you do
No,
the
we
Twitch?
can't.
No, I've refused to this like 3 times already.
We
this
are
school
never
year.
doing Twitch
But
again.
we need it on camera so everybody knows how good you are.
If you were there that day, you would have seen it.
Everybody has seen it. We had the pep assembly, and that was when we
Oh.
did the one act where
What about
he
the
was in a suit and I was in a polka dotted dress.
Yeah. What about the people who don't go to the school who watch the podcast?
Oh, well then.
I'll have you know, come to school and stop doing drugs.
What
Don't say that.
challenges have you faced while doing speech?
There were a lot of like heavy lifting objects that we had to move across an entire like 4A school. It was not fun.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I had cricks for like a week.
Cedar Rapids John F. Kennedy School is huge. So we had to like maneuver and move a lot of our like set pieces.
And somebody wouldn't let people who could actually lift heavy things help me.
Hey.
And I'm very angry at that.
He's very angry, everyone.
But that's just one of the challenges. Sometimes there's like things go wrong, and since it's live, you can't really like.
That's where group improv comes into play. Do a group improv.
Yeah, and that's one of the challenges too. If you do group improv, is like not everybody's always on the same page about something, and so like if you're trying to make a joke and you're trying to make something funny, somebody could just completely kill that joke, and then it's like bam, now what do we do? And there's like I know in group improv, there's sometimes a lot of silence. There's just people not knowing what to do, not knowing what to say. My freshman year, actually, when we did Asylum as one of our one acts, we were moving our sets off after we were performing or whatever, and it was in Lone Tree, I think, and it was like their gym is also their auditorium. So it was like one of those weird like padded fronts,
Yeah.
and one of the pads weren't on completely, and so we were going to move the set piece, and it swept out from under my feet, and I like fell a few feet onto my back,
Ugh.
blacked out for a second, hurt my what
not
is
sound
this
fun.
called? That hurt that.
Nice job.
Thank you. Everybody was very worried. It was fine though. And now have PTSD from Lone Tree's gym auditorium. Thank you.
That's why you don't have a gym auditorium.
That's why you don't have a gym auditorium.
There was many late nights.
There were, and a lot of times if you're in two things, the practices will like be right after each other. So it's like you'll be at school all day until like 8 o'clock at night, just practicing, and it's weird.
And then there's performance anxiety, which you get just before you do the performance, and that's terrible.
Yeah.
So if you don't want that, do short film.
No, actually, if you get anxiety actually performing in front of people, short film is a really good option because you don't have to perform. You just go somewhere, film something, and all you have to do is sit there like it's a movie viewing. And it's actually really fun. Short film's fun. I haven't done it, but I always watch them, and I think the short films are always fun.
How do you prepare for speech?
Well, first you got to tell them, hey, I want to do speech.
Then you go to speech practice and have somebody yell at you for multiple hours about how everything you're doing wrong.
They
And then
don't
you get it
yell.
right. And then you're like, oh my gosh, he quit yelling at me. I'm very happy at this. And then you write yourself out of the short film as fast as you can so you don't have to deal with anything else.
That's just not everybody's experience. That is a Reed experience and only a Reed experience.
Yeah, I got yelled at. I got yelled at for getting my script wrong and doing the Twitch wrong about 20 times.
And for speaking too fast and
And
not
for
enunciating.
And yeah, and then you get to the thing and you're like, oh, I forgot all my lines, and then you go 3 lines and you're like, I forgot all my lines, and then you do fine on the stage.
And you forget the stakes.
And then you forget the stakes.
And then you forget the stakes.
Yeah.
It was bad. But we
Yeah.
went, it was like one of those things where it's like it happened and we just kind of brushed over it every time there was a line that had to do with the stakes. Like when Eli was like, oh, well, I should probably just go to the kitchen really quickly while I'm there. Can I get you anything? Yeah. Wait, what was the question?
How do you prepare for speech?
Oh,
Can we just say that Eli was definitely the best actor?
oh yeah. Eli's always the best actor.
I love Eli. Platonically.
He's gone.
So, preparing for speech, if you're doing musical theater, you choose a song, or in our case, multiple songs. You create a track for it, and you can't have like backup vocals, so it has to be just you. So, if you're us, like when we were practicing for 6, we had like the medley, but we had the voices. And up until like a couple weeks before districts, we didn't take the voices out. So when we did take the voices out, it was really weird. Because it's weird to hear your voice actually singing these songs. So, yeah, for musical theater, you choose a song and you choose parts or whatever and everything. And, like, one act, you get a script, you choose one. Well, the director chooses one. And then you get a script and you have to have it memorized. Usually it's in a short time limit. But it always usually works out. Right, Josiah?
No.
No.
See.
Stop talking into the mic.
How did everything place this year?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's talk about districts placements
that's-
first.
yeah.
Districts placements.
Do you want to do that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do the ones for what I was in. Everybody will just do what they were in. And, well, never mind. We'll figure it out. Okay, so 6 at districts, we got all ones.
Yeah.
All ones. Yeah, at districts, we
Well,
got
that
all
was
ones.
1-1. You didn't
And, okay, let's talk about the rating system actually first. So 1 is like best you can do. 2 is like, it was okay. 3 is like, why are you here? And 4 is disqualified. So, yeah, 6 got all ones, and then 1 act got 2 ones and a 2, which meant our overall rating was a 1, which is why we got to go to state.
And the other thing I performed in had 1 judge, and we got a 2, which was Directs Are Bad.
And can I just say that was not good judging.
That was not Cash Money.
Oh, I forgot. 6 only had 1 judge, so we had 1.
Yeah.
Everything in districts has 1 judge except for 1 act. 1 act has 3. That's it. Okay, go ahead.
But also the short film got a 1. That's why we went to state.
Yeah.
We got the best score.
And then we can just talk about state ratings.
All right, so state ratings, we went up to
Cedar Rapids,
Cedar
Kennedy
Rapids,
High School.
John F. Kennedy High School, and we placed. None of us got into state. All state.
All state, which is the
One
last
act got
step.
2 1s and a 2, and
One
that's
act
the
did
other way.
not get
The other,
the
one
other
act
way
got,
around.
One
One
act
act got 2 2s and a 1,
yes.
which meant that our overall rating was a 2. No, 1 act got all 2s.
No, we got 1 1.
We got 1-1.
Oh no,
That was
6 the first time got all 2s.
Okay, you need to explain what happened to 6 after.
Yeah, I'll talk about what happened with 6 after.
Short film got a 1 because we got 2 1s and a 2.
Cool.
And 6 had to go twice. So the first time, you only get a 10-minute time limit in musical theater. And so they have like these like teens usually, like school students, and they time you. So that way if you go over your time limit, they blow a whistle and you have to stop completely. So our track for 6 is 9 minutes and 56 seconds. So it is cutting it close, but it's not 10 minutes. So he blew the whistle too early because he started our timer while we were sound checking. So blew the whistle early and we didn't get to finish. So when those ratings came out, we got all 2s. But we got to go again because it was a mistake on their part. So we got to go again later on in the day, right after one act went at like, so one act went at like 2:30. So 6 went at like 3:10-ish. And the second time we got 2 2s and a 1. So.
What is the best placement you've gotten?
Ever? Personally?
Yeah.
1.
2.
That's the best placement you've gotten?
Yeah, well, like, are we talking about
Like, at all?
state?
At all.
Oh, 1. I got 3. Well, I only gotten 1 for group improv that 1 year.
I usually, most of the things I'm in usually go to state. So usually they're 1s until state and until
Everything I
state
do
and then
goes
it's
to state.
2s.
Yeah.
That's not even, okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I know.
Lanaya carries.
Lana does carry.
No, she doesn't.
What do you hope for speech in the future?
I hope that more people do speech. I think speech is really fun, and I think the more people that we have doing speech, the more we can get like some of those categories that people want to do. Like we wanted to do a choral reading, but we didn't have enough people interested in doing choral reading to do a choral reading. And choral reading is actually really fun. I really want to try it this year. And I think in the future, if there's more people that seem interested in it, it'll be a lot more fun. Because that also gives us more chances to go to state, which in turn gets us more chances of going to all state, which looks awesome on everything. So,
I'm going to Allstate.
what do you hope for
What do
speech
you
in the
hope?
future?
Yeah, that's why he wants to go to Allstate.
Yeah, I'm going to Allstate. No, I don't.
He's
hope.
going
I
to go
am.
Allstate.
I am
Okay.
going to Allstate.
I'm hoping to, go to state. That's about it.
Okay.
all.
I don't really care enough to go to Allstate. I don't know. I'll try, but it's.
So that is all the questions we have for today.
Do the Twitch.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not doing the Twitch.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Come on, just send them